speak for the enterprising people of the Federal Constituency of Imo State. I rise to move a motion on an urgent need to investigate the corporate attitude of ExxonMobil against indigenous service providers. The House notes that ExxonMobil and its affiliates are involved in the exploration and production of crude oil and natural gas and operate joint venture concessions and deep water production with significant investment in Nigeria, and has been a committed partner with the federal government in her drive for socio-economic growth of the nation. The House also notes that ExxonMobil has equally been collaborating with various tiers of government by providing employment opportunities for both skilled and unskilled labor in line with the Nigeria Content Development Act, and recently they were reported to have commenced a contract process which is split to favor foreign companies to the exclusion of indigenous service providers. The House is also aware of reports of unfair treatment of Nigerians who render various services to the company, especially the termination of the catering contract of Royalty Hotels and Eden Hotels, catering companies owned by Nigerians, in August 2019 without clear reasons, and re-awarding same to the West African caterers, a foreign company, and employing 2 expatriates to service catering services against the NCD Act. Also aware that there is unequal, prejudiced, and biased procurement requirements, conditions, processes for catering service provisions targeted at automatically disqualifying proficient Nigerian companies from participating in the new catering technical and commercial bid. Disturbed that ExxonMobil, known for appreciable commitment to the rule of law, respect for individuals, and maintaining a harmonious relationship with indigenous host communities, will begin to, without any sense of caution, manifest such indistinct tendencies of economic sabotage, particularly at the highest level of her management, by ironically disregarding Nigerian government's effort to ensure the development of local food and non-food products of high quality and standards for local consumption. The House is disturbed that ExxonMobil could exhume such crass abuse and insult to Nigerian government's restrictions on foreign food items by deliberately listing ISO 2200 certification, a foreign safety certification, as a mandatory requirement in their technical bid document for catering service production, not minding the logistic difficulties facing local catering companies as a result of COVID-19 restrictions on international movements. Worried that the glaring deliberate abuse of the Nigerian Content Development Act by ExxonMobil and the contract termination of the Nigerian oil companies have caused untold hardship to those indigenous companies and the host communities. Also worried that if urgent action is not taken to call ExxonMobil to order, the situation may degenerate to both local and civil actions capable of undermining the relative peace currently subsisting between the parties. The House resolves to 1. Urge ExxonMobil to immediately stop further procurement activities in their catering contracts and reinstate the contractors who were disengaged without reasons from 2019 to date. And 2. Mandate the Committee on Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring to investigate the matter by inviting ExxonMobil management, NAPIMS, and Nigerian Content Monitoring Board to appear before it and report back within 4 weeks for further legislative action. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I so submit. I so move. Thank you.
Representing Julia Kaita, Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion ably moved by Honourable Henry. I so move. I so second.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Well, as you can see from the body of the motion, sir, it's an investigative motion. Basically, what is brought to the fore is that there has been harmony existing in the catering contracts between ExxonMobil and some of their service providers. And for years, they've executed or run the contracts harmoniously. There has not been even one query. Remote causes of termination of a contract servicing, catering servicing contract to Nigerians without any evidence of non-performance. They have, for over a period of time, successfully executed every part of the agreement. They have not been queried. There is no evidence of, sharp practice or whatever. And for no reason, these contracts have been terminated, and then in favor of foreign companies for such basic things as provision of catering services. We want to call the relevant parties to Parliament to come and state their case before Parliament and give reasons behind some certifications would have been introduced now, which we feel the local partners or local companies will not be able to meet up with. I don't want to preempt what the investigation will look like, but we want to see the Committee on Local Content invite NAPIMS, Local Content Board, some of the other stakeholders, including Mobile, to state their case before Parliament and see if there's anything that can be done for the survival of these local players. In the meantime, what the motion is seeking to achieve is that the procurement process that has started parallel to the contract that were terminated should be halted until we finish this investigation and we can take an informed decision. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker and my colleagues.
Okay, before Honorable, I don't want to understand the